A mother stands in the quiet of a storeroom, the soft light filtering in as she stumbles upon her son's old school bag. It is faded blue, one strap broken, yet it still holds the lingering smell of dust and childhood. Gently, she touches it, and memories come rushing back like the tide, small shoes lined up by the door, crumpled notebooks strewn about. And the echo of her little boy who once clung to her hand, needing her support to cross the road. Those were the days when he was small, innocent, and full of curiosity. Her son never was the loudest child in the room. He spoke with a quiet resolve, dreaming softly, working diligently even when no one was watching. While other children sprinted ahead, he walked beside her, his mind full of questions, about the vastness of the sky, about the reasons behind failure, and how people find the strength to rise again. Even in those early years, she sensed that his heart carried a unique spark, though she could never have imagined just how far this journey would take him. Life was a challenging road for them, filled with hurdles that seemed insurmountable at times. There were days when she would measure rice meticulously, ensuring it lasted until the end of the week. Nights were spent awake, her fingers stitching clothes in the dim light or worrying over school fees, trying to mask the weight of her worries behind a smile. Yet, her son was observant, aware of the tiny sacrifices she made, even when she tried to hide her struggles. Sometimes he would gently push his food toward her, insisting, "Ma, you eat more." In those moments, her heart shattered and rebuilt itself all at once, filled with a complex mixture of love and sorrow. When he faced his first big failure, the silence was palpable. She found him sitting alone on his bed, his gaze locked onto the floor, heart heavy with disappointment. She joined him, sitting quietly by his side, holding his face gently in her hands. "Failure is not the end," she whispered softly, recalling the wise words her own mother had once imparted to her. "It is only a lesson wearing a hard mask." He nodded, his spirit slowly reigniting as he wiped away the tears and picked up his books with a determination that both scared and inspired her. As weeks turned into months and months into years, time slipped through their fingers like sand. The little boy she once knew began to grow taller, his shoulders broadening, and his dreams sharpening into focus. Late into the night, he would study, fueled by cups of tea and the flickering flame of hope. She often stood in the doorway, watching him quietly, her heart a mix of pride and prayer. Every achievement he cherished felt like a sign of hope for all those sleepless nights she endured. Each small victory, good grades, encouraging words from teachers, the respect he garnered from peers, blossomed in her heart like flowers in springtime. Then came that monumental day, the day he had worked tirelessly for, standing proudly on stage as he received an award bearing his name. As she sat in the audience, her hands trembled with anticipation. When they called his name, the world around her blurred in a haze of emotion. In that moment, she didn't see the confident young man he had become. Instead, she saw the child who once held her hand tightly, terrified of the dark shadows that loomed around them. Tears streamed down her face, not from pain, but from an overwhelming pride that felt too immense to contain. As he gazed out into the crowd, their eyes met, and everything clicked into place, the sacrifices made, the struggles endured, the silent prayers spoken in the dark. Her tears, at that moment, were not solely her own, they had transformed into a celebration of resilience, love, and unwavering faith. After the ceremony, he enveloped her in a warm embrace, whispering, "Ma, this is for you." A smile broke across her face, though her eyes remained glistening with tears. She yearned to express to him that his success was never merely about medals or accolades. What mattered most was the remarkable young man he had become, kind, humble, and undeniably strong. Now, as she reflects upon her journey, when her tears fall, they carry a different essence. No longer do they stem from fear, instead, they are filled with gratitude. No longer are they weighted by worry, but rather, they overflow with joy. A mother's tears, she has learned, are not always the children of sorrow. Sometimes, they cascade down her cheeks to honor a journey, an extraordinary journey of a son who rose, fueled by determination, and a mother who believed in him every step of the way.